Good evening. Let's get back. We've got day 8 to do. It is 4 o'clock in the morning in-game. And we have a theater performance to go see. And I'm pretty sure from the Bachelor's run, day 7 is when Ava passed. And that, I don't think, happened for me. As a reminder, our father, Isidore Barak, would let us know that Oyun is unfit to be foreman and was going to challenge him. Rising against the order, the hierarchy, I suppose, is a crime. Hello, Propane Panda. Congratulations on 17 months. We have a theater performance to go see. My cursor's not found. Okay, there we go. For a second there, my cursor was just leaving the game screen. That was not helpful. Okay. Fair, but there doesn't seem to be anybody by it, so I'm gonna assume everything's okay. I assume it's just a nighttime fire. I don't think this is the fastest route, but it's the route we're taking. I have my rifle ready. I don't really want my rifle ready. Let me get a knife. Is my knife durability? It is 0. Well, that's not really any good. I think lockpicks count as weapons. I have a bunch of those. They're just listed as number of uses. I don't know what to do with that. Well, there's a mugger. I just try to take him out. Maybe we just try to take him out. Easy. Easy, get on my level. I don't have room for a bunch of stuff. A Naristy! Thank you for 17 months. What is my food situation look like? I have no food. That's what my food situation looks like. Do you have any food? It's not great. Looks cheap, I guess. Get some bread and milk. I should see about trading these knives with patrolman. Seven? I don't have 7. I have 5. I want that smoked meat. I need 2 more burglars to kill real quick. That would be very helpful. Team Gorkin. Lake districts, yeah, so that's good. We're gonna kill him before I get there. They're doing their job very badly. No one else is going to use this stuff, I will. Dried meat is cheaper. Sure. Reasonable trade for now. Especially since my hunger's up already. Ah! Shoot. Don't move. Don't move, it'll be fine. Okay. My map of the town, slowly evolving. Okay, should be just straight ahead. I will want to check and see if Ava is still around today. That would be the largest divergence. Between the playthroughs. Ooh, hey. Yes, I do mean alive. Help, guys, thanks. Did not get the reputation giggle, so just the organs. You know, according to the Canes, what she did wasn't dying. Just want to point that out. I think what I'm going to end up doing, realistically, is I'm going to trade the blood and organs I have for herbs, and then I'm going to trade the herbs to the Stamatin brothers for ammo. Let's see this theater performance.
I know how celestial bodies work. I know the logic of numbers.
Yes, Mom.
Solid bodies drown in water. It's a law. Life breaks into particles and is reborn again. It is a law.
Do you see now how many mysteries the Earth holds? The more terrifying the mystery, the deeper it lies, and the fewer wells can reach them.
You can trick anyone but me, the emissary of the powers that be. I know how this world had been built. I know how its life works. I know the laws it operates under. It's supposed to be very simple and proportional.
True, Mom. That's what it's supposed to be.
True, Mom. That is what it's supposed to be.
So let it be. It's not the end of the world. It's just an epidemic. It's gone out of proportion. The law will prevail. I'll restore the balance. Not all is lost. I know where the root of this evil lies.
It's a Galea, not Katarina there, but I think it's the first time we actually see a whole other character in the performance.
What?
Usually we just... Whoa, hey, what's up? Ow. Frick. I should get a better knife. Okay, so with that being the case, I want to head to the Crucible anyway to see how Ava is doing. So I'm going to head there and then see about trading with the Odong out that way. I have like a plan for economy before I have any quests. I think the truth of the matter is I've been hoarding way more resources than I actually need to. That didn't quite work out the way I was hoping. Oh, no, that house is just locked. The Crucible's the neighborhood, but you're right, the Stillwater is more accurate. That was very bad for my health. I should reload. That did not work out at all. I was hoping to be able to, like, get an instant kill by sneaking up on him, but that... I don't understand how that works sometimes and not others. I clearly don't know the stealth mechanics. I don't think he'll fight me. Yeah. Very interesting for this run. I guess that's the biggest mechanical difference so far. I have caught a rat. Why have I caught a rat? Because I know that it is a thing you can do, and now I have one. That's honest. I'm already there. Oh, okay. This neighborhood was in much worse condition the other day. Ava is still here.
I've never seen the foreman. They say he's a bull, not a man.
I need Forbano Yun's blood. That's what I'm making the cure with.
Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
You've made quite an impression on the emissary of the powers that be. Congratulations. Keep doing that, and soon there will be no menacing Inquisitor in town. Only a gentle Aglaya Lilac. The bad news is she can see that, too. She'll be reluctant to meet you again, I'm afraid. What do you mean? Executors have told me that she was furious to learn of your discovery. She had her reasons, and she was quite intent on destroying you when you came to her. She was so impressed by your dignified demeanor that she's had a change of heart. What did you tell her that touched her so much? Ooh, I could just be abrasive to the Bachelor here and tell him off. I don't know why I would. We talked about freedom. All right, then. I'd like to ask for your help, Barack. You are well aware that my business here is not complete yet, and now the Inquisitor has commissioned me to look for the source. She gave me a push in the right direction, and as she did to you, yet I'm stuck. Speak. I'm analyzing the soil. The results aren't great, but I found something. There may be a paradox to the tectonic bed under the settlement. I need to know what its structure is like. I've heard that the abattoir is rooted deeply into the ground. Tell me, do the people who live inside of it know what's below? What do you want from me? You are allowed inside, aren't you? Go ask them, find out what's down there, and if the source of the disease is indeed below, we'll overthrow this behemoth with armed force. The army will be here tomorrow. You are wrong, Oinon. Wherever did this theory of yours come from? Aglaya Lilac has a rather elegant theory on how it all works. It's a shame you can't talk to her. Really. Oh well. Nothing is impossible, Oinon. Interesting, that didn't give me a quest. It seems Aglaya may be unavailable to me, which that's fine. Have no fear, boys, the Ripper is here. It provides a tidy solution to multiple problems. That is a very cool looking tree over there. It is weird that there's like no point in walking over to this corner of things. I had thought I would find more herbs than I actually have in this run. I guess, like, I haven't been constantly looking extensively, but I am checking from time to time. I was open to the possibility, however unlikely, that I would need to do more searching and less trading for them. But it's been so the other way around. I have been trading for nearly all of the herbs I have. Okay. Apiece and 20 for swivery. Interestingly, he'll take milk. Milk is worth as much as 5 livers to him. I didn't know that. Milk is cheap. Let's eat dried meat and bread. There's 2 Odong that I'm aware of. One out here and one out here that I can trade with for herbs. I do think I have to give each of them a dose of blood, a vial of blood, before they will trade anything to me for the day. Okay, do we start questing? Probably not. It's still a little early. Probably no point in checking on Aglaya or the Canes, right? I'm just gonna head back to my lab, pick up twire that I don't need to sell to the Stomatans. Here, as I make that decision, let's hard save. I'm gonna commit to a journey here. That's where my immunity popped up for a second. Oop. All ends in less than 5 days. The army arrives tomorrow. 3,000 dead, 500 infected. Day 8, in which the Haruspex gives the idea of who who was marked by the secret sign may be. Pretty sure that he who was marked by the secret sign was me. Because I have the brand. Today must be the day we figure out what the brand means. Sorry, I will try to repeat that phrase in a way that actually makes sense now that I know what it was trying to say. It is the day which the Haruspex will find out who he who has been marked is. Or maybe. I have received no quests and no letters at the start of the day. Probably see Foreman Oyan. That's probably what I should do. That's probably where my quest is. Wells filled in.
Dankovsky is wrong to think the disease comes from the wells.
You see what happened? I don't understand. Why is the well filled up? It's a rather sorry story. A gang of marauders tried to escape a blocked-off district with their loot and ran into unexpected and courageous resistance. Patrolmen were there too, but that's not the point. Yeah, it doesn't make sense yet. The bandits were not of the timid sort themselves, so they pulled out guns and began shooting, trying to mount a retreat. After killing 2 of their pursuers, running along roofs and backyards, they somehow got to this area. Then one of them remembered this well of mine. Perhaps there was a worker of yours among them. You're a quick thinker. Precisely. The clumsy townsfolk lagged behind, taking the long route, so the marauders had the time to break into here, throw the loot in, and even go down the well themselves. The pursuit was on my step already, you know? How do you know that? The pursuers told me about it. They should have left the marauders in peace. Why? When the townsfolk broke in, they saw the last of the bandits descending into the well. They tried to continue the pursuit, but the bandits started shooting and killed one more. I'm pretty sure they were sitting there, waiting for their targets to follow them in, one by one. And then one of the pursuers got this clever idea. To fill up the well. Exactly. Without a moment's hesitation, these honest people decided to bury the marauders alive. As you can see, they succeeded. It's not the loss of the well that troubles me, though. I've had plenty of opportunities to make sure it's barren. There was a great loss, however. As in, my priceless notes were lying on the well's edge. I'm studying steppe traditions, you know. I've been collecting them for many years. Before me, another respectable person had been collecting them. They contain rare and valuable knowledge. Find these notes for me. Did they push them down the well or something? Indeed, if I'm not mistaken, there's a secret passage by the theater that leads underground. Anything you find on the robbers is yours. Moreover, I will reward you very generously. These notes are priceless for me, like the 52 recipes of Twirine, or the descriptions of the Rite of Heads. Okay, I'll try. That is definitely a side quest. Okay. Maybe those notes would actually be useful to me. Since I'm here, I'll just check in with the NPCs that I'm walking past. Bad grief, you good?
Where there's carrion, there are crows.
Any news? Let's see. Oh, here's a thing. Funny story for you. Some sloggers come to me. Not my lot. I mean, like real sloggers, gloomy and all. And what do you think? They buy up all the kerosene I've got, like the lamp stuff. And that's all. Fancy that, huh? The street lamp stuff? Nah, the lamp stuff. Like what you use to lurk in cellars or sewage or something. And what do you think? We followed them, naturally. So they went to the theater, to its backyard, and disappeared with all the kerosene. And that was the last we've seen of them. Could it be they've buried treasure? I wonder. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I know. We scoured the place, found nothing. Neither hole nor ditch, nor secret passage, nor anything. But the theater is an evil place. It's got character. You've heard of the Prophet, right? The guy that's made a splash like the day before yesterday? I've heard of him. Okay. End of that conversation. I assumed the guys buying the kerosene would have been the arsonists. Arsonists going to the back of the theater. I'll still carry blood on me. There are usually things that need blood. And it'll stack, so if I come across more blood, that won't be a wasted slot. Let's see what I can clear out. Okay, no organs on me. What herbs do I have the most of? A lot of brown twire. Bloody twire is basically useless. Hold one. Yeah. Alright, I've got some herbs. I'm gonna take them to Andre. Trade for ammo, probably. Which, if nothing else, I can sell that for lots of cash and buy more food. Probably milk, since my rations slot is typically empty. Hold on to milk to trade for more herbs.
All which is counterfeit displeases us with the very things which charm us in the original. Yeah.
You're drunk. Okay, the brown and bloody are worth 1. He has an extra shotgun. I don't know why I would need one, and honestly, it's too expensive. 1 twire herb for 1 shotgun shell is a deal. Should have been doing this forever. robbed this man blind. Okay, I feel good about that. Now that I know what I will actually need to make a panacea, being able to trade things feels great. Alright, let's make our way over. Make our way over to the abattoir to talk to the foreman. One hit, one kill. Let's go. Do you mind? Anna is sick. There's an executor out front. Alright then. I don't currently have any cures. I agree, it is difficult to feel bad for Anna. You have no food at all. Wow, okay. Check in on the Sabarovs since they're here. They have a plague. Geometry. They have a plague cloud in the way. Okay.
No, I can't stand it much longer.
You won't have to. The army arrives tomorrow. Okay, nothing from Alexander. We'll check Katerina. I don't even know who's chasing me right now. Katerina?
My stomach hurts as if I was filled with straw.
I can smell it. The damp smell of blood. I smell it too when I come here.
Word.
Interesting. Nothing to actually add, but that is a new idle phrase. We'll go out, see Peter, he's around the corner, then Sticky. Freaking, come on. Where did that come from? Peter, Sticky, then we'll be at the Termitary. Probably want to check in on Mother Superior too.
There are fine things, old boy, which are more brilliant when unfinished than when finished too much. You're close. I know that.
Okay, nothing from Peter. Ruling people out. got me more times than I wanted, but hey, replacement knife is not bad. What to drop? We'll do that. Fresh knife. I completely skipped sticky. Let's go.
Have you seen a pale, glimmering man at night?
Nope. No pale glimmering men. Two muggers. I'm definitely not taking on two at once here. Smoked meat. Egg does not seem worth it, though I do wonder if an egg can be traded for herbs as well, now that I know that milk can. Much better that time, no hit. I think check with Mother Superior first. You know, we may not like the methods that the old Gimskis use. I do want to point out that there are no plague clouds in here. Like, everyone died, but the building is not infected. I don't really sympathize with them still, but I wonder if they'll make that kind of argument at some point.
My right eye is only half closed when I'm tilted.
It's nice to see you're still alive. Can't argue with that. That is it. That's the end of that conversation. I feel like I've already wasted like 3 hours today. Even though I didn't, getting a bunch of ammo was definitely very good. I'm glad I did. I picked up 6 shotgun shells. That feels amazing. Shotgun's almost a one-hit kill no matter what. Okay. Avatar made a foghorn noise? It's not letting me in. Abattoirs are not letting me in. Okay. So I guess I'll just continue my rounds, probably ending at Aglaya now. Obnoxious. Trading a lot of health for these. Okay, that guard doesn't want to trade. Interesting. Gonna need more, that's fine. Food gotten. Hey, a letter. Bachelor's choice. The military will be here tomorrow. They come to raise and demolish. Due to this, we can't avoid making the important choice, for it depends on us whether anything here may be saved. My choice has already been made. I am going to champion the dream that it is doomed to lose its battle with history. From now on, I will use whatever agency I have left to save the condemned creators and their creation, whose sentence was spelled out by evolution itself. I am speaking of the so-styled Utopians, the four Cains, the Architect twins, my good Ava, and hopefully Vlad the Younger. If these people survive, I may be able to preserve one of the most fascinating miracles of this world. I don't have much hope for your assistance, but I urge you not to obstruct me. Beware my wrath if any one of my Utopians dies. I'm going to fight fiercely for my doomed sovereign. Bachelor Dankovsky. I mean, that's fine. Suit yourself. Right by the bone steak lot. Found an herb. Let's go. Still not actually a quest from the Bachelor there. Just letting him know who his bound are. Okay, nothing here. We head to Aspity. now? Hey, Aspity, you have a plague cloud right outside your house.
The Inquisitor proceeds with her terrible harvest. Is she pretty at least? Baby doll?
I trace your step with my hands, Oinon. Where does the power of the copious taglers come from? They know the lines. Duh, it's clear as day, isn't it? They know how to open up and turn around the cryptic lines of a body, a word, the sky, the earth, and even water. That's how it used to be, anyway. That's not what I'm talking about. How come the power this knowledge grants to its bearer is so great? Why is that a surprise? How can the foreman rule without troops? Why does the kin yield to him? How did the leaders of the ruling families accept it? It's the power of standing. Each party has their own domain. The power of the Taglers arose naturally to fill the corners of reality that the rulers would never understand. You people only offered the rulers the leftovers of that power. The Olgimskis haven't been holding the kin in their grasp for all that long, you know. The Odong are stronger. What about Oyun? He is, too. He's weaker, much weaker than the alternatives. That's why he's handy for the Olgimski leeches. They're all wolves of a pack, conspirators intent on weakening the kin. Were it not for the leeches, the kin would have long risen against Oyun. Okay, so the kin want Oyun out, but the Olgimskis have kept him in power. Kept the kin down so they can't overthrow him, at least. Why? Because he doesn't know the lines, that's why. How is he an Odong, after all? Fetching water for your father. That's his place, and nothing more. His hands are strong. He knows the right. But his will is weak. The art escapes him. When your father resigned, the age of knowledge was replaced with the age of burden and brute force. I've heard that before. That is interesting in RST. So, in the kin, the foreman, we might as well see Grace, the foreman and whatever other structure the kin have predates all of this. The Olgimskis haven't actually been around that long on the scale of the kin. Makes perfect sense. And, like, the kin did not bring capitalism. Their leaders were in charge of the things that were important to them.
I've been forgotten here.
So, when the Olgimskis and the Kanes and the Saburovs come, they acquire power, but only in ways that the kin didn't really care about, which makes sense. But that has left them vulnerable. Okay, who haven't I seen? Anna is sick. I've been to the Stanans, I've been to the Saburovs. I've done all of this here. Okay. So, Reuben, the Soul and a Halves, that's not kin. The Olgimskis. On my way to the theater, I suppose. I have used up more healer than I wanted, but that is okay. And so yeah, Aspity here confirming that Oyun does not know the lines. And if Aspity knows it, the rest of the kin do too. Oyun is terrible at the rituals. He doesn't actually know what he's doing, and everyone knows it. They probably didn't know it right away, but they knew it eventually, but by the time the kin would have done anything about it, which is illegal. Welcome back, Propane Panda. It's illegal to overthrow Foreman Ouyun in kin culture. So it would have taken great effort to actually go do that, to actually overthrow the Foreman. Would have required some cultural changes, which not impossible, but that took long enough that the old Gimskis used their power to keep Ouyun in charge, to keep the kin down. Because that serves the old Gimskis' purposes. You just have the maps for me, don't you?
The abattoir is to blame. I've always said that.
Bring 3 crowbars from dead marauders. The gangs around here are brutal, absolutely. No, I agree with you about everything around Ouyun. That what I don't know is if he is aware how weak his power is. Probably, since I'm quite certain he either directly or indirectly had Isidore killed, since Isidore was going to challenge.
What are you looking at? Boo.
I'm so scared, I can't sleep now. Don't be afraid, it's not real. What do you mean, not real? It's about Mommy and Daddy. You shouldn't think about that. No, what if in the end I'll find out how to see them? What if they come back? Clara. Is Clara telling an orphan that her parents might come back? Is that what that just said? Is Clara promising to the homeless orphan that she can bring the dead back to life? Capella's request for the lives of her bound to be saved. A lot has changed. We now face a different kind of peril. New actors have ascended to the scene, announcing that the time is right for the heroes of the preview play to bow out. I don't want my friends to vanish into oblivion. Aglaia states that the 3 families are no longer in charge. She is wrong. Perhaps you are willing to share her delusion? The time of the kin has come. We descend back into the earth, right? However elaborate your plans, you will need a mistress. There is more than just the kin here. There is also the town. Its civilized people can only be governed by a ruling family. Do not reject us in a hurry. Side with me today, and before long I will help you fulfill your destiny to the fullest extent. Victoria Oldemskaya. Okay. Still not a today's quest, but I assume if I talk to Capella, then I'll have one. Capella is to be the mistress. Because I sure as heck ain't backing Nina or Clara. I have to usurp 2 sources of power here. We need to overthrow both Foreman Oyun and Katarina. Alright, Aglaia first, then the Kings. Then we'll head towards Capella. Had to pause because I saw a drunk. Here, I'm gonna hand you water for bandages, please. I had to use quite a few. You don't have anything. God dang it. Thought I wasn't going to be able to talk to you today. Bachelor's wrong.
Have you met a courier on the way?
Listen, I'm going to share my plans and goals with you now. Strange though it may seem, it just so happens that you, a person of a completely different background, somehow understand me better than anyone else. That is worthy of my sincerity. Speak. Of all the goals I may have, saving this town is the most crucial one. I'll be honest with you, I do not love it, and I do not suspect this hopeless mission is my last chance. Yet my choices have nothing to do with self-preservation. They're about integrity and ambition. Why is it hopeless? Not for me, but I think they deem it hopeless. This town is little more than a grave they can throw anything into and watch it rot. I do have a suspicion that it's precious to them, though, yet they wouldn't have sent an artillery squad here, unless they had other towns to have fun with. What are you planning to do? The source of the disease will be found, and it will be destroyed. It's a matter of time, and it will only take a few days. The sick can be cured with your panacea. The plan is all around great, but there's a huge hole in it. The panacea is scarce. Its main ingredient is a relic, a fossil, almost. There are fewer aurochs left in this world than leviathans, as far as I can tell. That is so. They say an aurochs was brought from the steppe the day before yesterday to be sacrificed. It's supposed to deliver us from the plague. The Dongs say it was the last one. That is so. Still, I'm confused. I've been told that only a true warden can handle the aurochs. Is this the reason why Olgimsky manages the kin personally, but requires a middleman in any matter that has to do with the abattoir? Yes, my father used to say the same thing. The foreman oversees the rituals and performs the rite from time to time, cutting a bull in a way that has been the true way since the creation of the world, for the perpetuation of the world. That cosmic bull is an aurochs. It contains every element, every line, every tongue, every connection, everything. Have I been informed correctly? Yes, sounds about right. But the rite didn't work out. The kin is disappointed and unhappy with the foreman. This means he did something wrong. The kin had been locked up in the termitary, so I assume there were few witnesses. Could it be that the foreman was unable to handle the aurochs? Perhaps there was no mactation at all. Well, that's an interesting idea. Okay, so Aglaia is suspecting that an aurochs didn't get sacrificed because the foreman can't do it. And that's why the plague hasn't been cured from the earth yet. That's a good thought. That's hope, at least. Where did the blood come from, then? That's exactly what's bugging me. The rite was performed the day before yesterday. So many hours must have passed since then, but you were given steaming blood. It was full of oxygen. It was alive, as if it had just been extracted from a living body. That is true. Ask the foreman where the blood came from. I think the abattoir hides many secrets, and you are the only person that can get into its depths. The further we go, the more convinced I become that we're on the right path, even in our enlightened times. We are to be saved by the legends of ancient herdsmen. I'll follow your bold advice. Good luck to you, Artemi Barak. Beware of the foreman. He's afraid of you, but he is the kind of man whose fear is more dangerous than his calm. What if the abattoir is closed? Then get in there through the termitary. I talked to this girl, Taya Taichik, yesterday. Her power is incredible. She even made me doubt if I can make her obey my will. She knows how to open the abattoir. Wait for me. I'll be back. That's today's quest. There we go. Okay. I mean, Oyun definitely gave us blood. That did work to make the panacea. That's what definitely happened.
Yes?
But that doesn't mean he was able to handle an arms.
Few people know death. We only endure it, usually from determination, and even from stupidity and custom.
It is fortunate that you came to see me, my good Master Barak. There is a matter of great importance for us to discuss. It has something to do with a man who is known to be very involved with you, a man to have spoken in your defense when everyone else had turned their backs on you. I'm speaking of Vlad Olginsky, or specifically, of the most lamentable fate that awaits him. What happened to him? The ruthless investigator that she is, Aglaya Lilac, has ordered the opening of the termitary that was previously locked down by the Olginskys. In doing so, she has uncovered a few pieces of most valuable evidence. Having interrogated Vlad the Heavy, she has received his full and sincere avowal of guilt. And yet... Yes, what is it? In truth, the catastrophic act that killed thousands of people was not a product of rational planning, but rather that of hesitancy and reluctance. That's the reason why they were trying to hide the outbreak. Hesitancy and reluctance are quite common in younger people. Younger people. Precisely. It is Vlad the Younger, and not his father, whom we should hold responsible for this terrifying crime. Vlad the Younger gave the order at his own risk, and then kept it a secret from his father. It was already too late when my noble ally and opponent learned of these developments, and so he took the blame for his son. That's what I said! That's what Big Vlad has been doing the whole time. So what can I do? Report this to the governor, or even his wife, since I heard of some bad blood between you and Alexander. If you won't, I have good reasons to believe the Inquisitor will order Vlad the Heavy's execution. Why can't you tell the governor or his wife yourself? Because they trust the Kanes even less than they trust the Burrocks, especially now that Katerina feels... What kind of powerful emotions you have stirred in the Steely Inquisitor. You left a strong impression on her yesterday. Maria feels it too. I have that effect on women. Really? Indeed. So will you help your benefactor? Or shall we say, your partner in misfortune? Yes, I'll deal with it. Okay. So I'm going to save Big Vlad by ratting out young Vlad to the governor. Although, all of my evidence for this is from the Bachelor's run.
The caprice of our temper is even more whimsical than that of fortune.
Okay. I wonder if I should talk to the Volkinskis before Savarov. My plan was to go to Capella anyway, and Big Vlad's right there, but I wonder if I should talk to younger Vlad at all. Probably not without doing the theater quest. I feel like I'm very distracted from the main quest today. I have a feeling I'm going to want this. Prophet is not down here. Ooh, I've been locked inside. Excuse you. I'm worried about him throwing a knife at me. I don't have anywhere to duck. He had a bunch of ammo, too. Don't hate all that. It looks darker on stream than it is for me. I'll say that. It's just part of the nature of streaming. fact that they're wandering around really bothers me. I found the notes. I don't have any space for them. I guess we're dropping the rat. Okay, that'll unlock things. Actually, I've changed my mind. I will drop this bracelet, this. Vlad the Younger's notes. A handwritten book of authentic ethnographic notes Vlad the Younger dropped into his well. The notes are written by different people over several generations. Only a quarter at most was written by Vlad the Younger himself. Okay. Yeah, if you just learn the lines, it's actually very easy to fight in the dark. Just feel where their lines intersect with the earth. Almost there, I think. The paths are just long enough that I'm not entirely sure how to properly navigate. We got there. Killed some muggers, made a bunch of money. Got the notes. Okay. Let's switch weapons. I have a whole bunch of knives now. I want to sell extras. Bandage. Great. Okay, old Gibskis. We'll talk to Vlad the Elder and Capella. And we'll head to Vlad the Younger to finish this quest. And see if he has anything to say for himself. Probably get paid again.
Why are my children like this?
Why are my children like this? It's a good question, Vlad. It's a very good question. Ooh, I'm getting tired.
Changeling is ordering around like a real mistress. Something's changed.
You have come. I always knew you were my friend, Artemy. You are my friend, aren't you? Listen close, then. You know that I am not simply a ruler's daughter. I carry the heavy burden of the sacred power, a burden that is akin to the one you are seeking to take. I am a princess and the children's priestess. I acknowledge you. You are Capella. Funny, is it not? So you do acknowledge me. Just look at us. A bare-legged girl and a disenfranchised outcast. Orphaned, too. You are a son of Nadong, true, but that only makes it worse. Oh, please do not be offended. But we are ridiculous, and yet there is more to our eyes. More to our eyes. Our eyes speak true. No more than 3 days will pass before you and I turn from tiny creatures into 2 pillars carrying the burden of the supreme power. Unless we make mistakes. Oh, I hope we never do. And so you will help me, will you not? Thus helping yourself. You do understand, don't you? What exactly do you want? I want to solemnly ask you for assistance. I beg you to help me with a cause that's not only good, but also crucial for the whole town. Save a few children's lives. Are they in danger? Yes, the terrible Clara wants to get personal gain at the cost of her childish magnanimity and their lives. And I cannot do anything. She breeds ill blood between us. I'll do anything for you if you help me save them. Why is she so terrible? She is strong and dangerous. She's stronger than me, for I create and she destroys. She does indeed, that is her nature. She doesn't heal, she merely kills the disease. You should see the ones she saved. She is stronger because she is made of lies. On the other hand, I, am the White Mistress, and so I am plain to see. She is made of lies. But she detests trickery. Why does she need the kids? They are special. Both me and Clara care for the same qualities of theirs, only from different angles. It is what we need, what is useful to us, if you will. Independence, importance, standing. It's just that I care for their personalities, and she needs something else. She wants to sacrifice them for something. You want me to look after them? Yes, help them, Artemy, and I will repay you. I'm begging you now as a child, but you will have the gratitude of a mistress. The change is bound to happen very, very soon. You know that the future is an open book to me. Help me attain power, and I will help you keep yours. I don't need power. But you need to win. Or don't you? Don't you feel obligated, clenched, trapped by fate? Oh, you do need to win, else you will never become yourself. Let us help each other. Let us be noble and generous. Okay, let's say we have a deal. Saving the lives of children is an easy sell here. Not a way out over here. Oh my god. It's every time with this dang town. Vlad the Younger. Give him his book. Try to get a confession. Then to Saburov, because that'll be on my way. Tell him about young Vlad's sins. I swear, the drunks this run. Bad grief. You want some knives?
Many a one says ill that sleeps well.
Okay. Knife, lockpick. Keep an extra full one, that's fine. I don't want those for anything. These I can trade for food, so that's fine. I have 4 shotgun shells, 16 rifle shots. You don't have any shotgun shells. Disappointing. $25,000 for boots. Interesting. I can sell the notes for nothing. guess that covers everything I need right now. Thank you for helping me clear my inventory. Let me make sure this weapon is loaded. There, everything is loaded. Vlad the Younger is this way. What time is it? God, it's almost 3 o'clock. I feel like I've spent too much time wandering around today. I don't know what else I'm going to need to do before midnight. And I might run out of time for things. Took too long to talk to Aglaia. I should have talked to her earlier. Then my trip to the Avatar wouldn't have been a waste of time.
Have you heard? The military arrives tomorrow.
Is this what you've been looking for? Is that all that you found? I thought we had an agreement that I keep everything else. Oh, surely, especially since I've gotten that which is most valuable to me back. So we're even. I promise to reward you the risk you took. I keep my word. Very well. 4,000's good. Let's talk about the Termitary. Do you really want to go that way? What have you been told? I've been told that it's your fault. It's not my place to talk about it. Leave it be. It's a family matter. The wretched worms you've been starving in the Termitary may well soon become my kin. What's that supposed to mean? Are you talking about your priesthood, your father's legacy, your foreman ambitions, the revenge of the Baraks? Perhaps. So we'll talk when that happens. The Olgimskis, whoever of us is the eldest and in charge, will report the state of the Termitary to the kin then. As for now, topic closed. It won't take long. Well... So he refuses to talk to me about the situation inside the Termitary because I am not currently foreman. I think you hit the nail on the head there, Narsti. This way, slightly. I mean, young Vlad is the only character that even in the Bachelor run I desperately wanted to be able to kill myself. Not being able to do that really bothers me. Ooh, shoot. I do think the most frustrating thing for me about both the foreman and young Vlad is that their lies are getting people killed, and all they want for it is power. It's not even really about money or other personal gains. It's just a position. Katerina, tell your husband something.
We're in a lull, I think.
Georgie asked me to deliver a message to the governor. Olgimsky the Senior had nothing to do with the termitary. It was his son's doing. My husband is no longer in charge of anything. It's up to the kin. They'll judge whichever Olgimsky comes. The Mother Superior will just say a teensy tiny word, and there will be no escape. Whichever comes, what do you mean? Well, they want a person. An expiatory sacrifice. Father or son, they don't care. They couldn't tell anyway. A family is a single body for them. You can cut a thief's right hand off, or the left one. It's all the same. Not for Georgie, though. You can't see his scheme. It's political. How is it political? Men come and go. The family stays. And what matters is who rules it. Georgie is leaving, so he's setting the table for his heirs. The terrible Maria and Khan. He doesn't need a young, clever, vigorous Olgimsky ruler. Is Big Vlad easier to handle? He is old. He will die soon. And he's compromised by the termitary deal anyway. Oh, it's a fine scheme. A blow that will hit everyone. My husband, too. It was him he sent you to. It's him he's planning to hold responsible later. Oh, Georgie. Georgie is a scheme. It's a scheme that would befit Simon. What should I do? Leave us alone. I've seen through his game straight away. Go to the mother. Let the kin devour whoever they want. It's all over anyway. Over. Let everyone choose how they die at least. Farewell, Katerina. I would still prefer young Vlad dead. If the kin are going to kill anyone, am I a good person for making sure they kill the worst one? Or am I better if I stay out of it entirely? By my count, there are only really 2 people in the town that absolutely deserve to die. But the world is just worse with them in it. And that's young Vlad and Anna Angel. Anna doesn't really feel like my responsibility. I'm not connected to any of her crimes, especially in this run. At least so far. But young Vlad is a genocidist, so, like, feels real easy to want to step in there. Okay, gotta talk to Mother Superior to get the abattoir opened anyway. So I think we're gonna have multiple conversations with her here.
My right eye is only half closed when I'm tilted.
Mother, I need to get into the abattoir. They say you can reveal way in? Well, they are right. Do it, then. I'll reveal the gate for you if you reveal something to me as well. Fair barter. Deal? Deal. That Clara is very sly. She started to tell me a story about a crystal flower. Very engaging, but she didn't finish. She wants to elicit something from me in exchange for the ending. What does she want? Something. You should hear her tell stories, too. I'm completely at her mercy now, and I feel like I'll have to do whatever she tells me to. I don't get it at all, and I think I'll end up giving up my life for her. What? Oh, please don't cry. Yes, yes. Either that, or she'll demand something that shouldn't be given away. She'll come here soon. She'll get back to her riddles. Oh, what can I do to stand up to her? Perhaps Capella could help? Then again, maybe not. So what do you want me to reveal to you? Reveal the ending of Clara's story to me. Remember, it's a story about an icy prince and a crystal flower. How does it end? I need to know. Then she can come here all she wants. I'd be ready, knowing everything, and she wouldn't be able to force me. I'll get unhooked. Okay. Do I have any idea where she is? No, of course not. And Capella. I guess we'll go back to Capella and see if Clara is there. Did you bring to books the person responsible for locking you up here? Yes, you're slick. Slick? Why? You know who's to blame. So do you, most likely, don't you? I don't, not for sure anyway, but I think it's Fat Vlad. Do you want to know for sure? Of course I do. It's Vlad the Younger. Interesting. I'm not telling you as an option. Since we know she likes to know the ends of stories, it's Vlad the Younger. Sounds legit. You are very slick, Oinon. No, I'm an honest person. Whoever makes a decision will be held responsible for it. Okay. Back to Capella. Okay, so what's weird is I'm pretty sure Clara is supposed to sacrifice her bound in order to do whatever it is she's going to do. And Taya is definitely one of mine. Capella seemed to indicate that she wants to sacrifice a bunch of children, and all of the children are my bound. So I have a feeling the Clara telling stories is the other Clara. The evil changeling. What even hit me? that's no good. Okay. Stick to the path we did before. Why does the evil Clara want my bound? Is it just because I'm the one being played right now? She didn't come after the Canes during the Bachelor run. I don't think she needs children specifically. The children are not in Daniel's bound. The children are only, and none of the bound has any crossover. Each healer have 7 different bound. Khan is not in Daniel's bound. Khan's father is. Thought for sure that was a pickable herb. Where am I going? I'm not going the right way. Got distracted, forgot I'm going to Capella. I feel like the prices on food have come down recently. Not today. Capella, do you have a visitor? No.
The Inquisitor would not allow the soldiers to abuse the power, would she?
Do you know where Clara could be at this moment? She's been hanging around Notkin lately. Had a bite, but went away empty-handed, I think. She's showing teeth now. Long, sharp, fine curved fangs, those are. Or she may be at Murky's. She's been asking Riddle all about her. sounded like I got a letter of some kind, but I had nothing there. Or it might just be the map updating? Yep. The changeling is at Murky's. Comforting the orphan girl. No, she's not. No, she's telling the orphan girl lies. She's promising to bring her parents back from the dead. Okay. You.
I'm so tired, I might faint.
What do you want, Ripper? The Solon House told me a funny story about crystal flowers or something. I'm gonna not tell her that I know this from Mother Superior. How do they even know that tale? No idea. The ending's really funny, though. There's nothing funny about it. It's scary, actually. I couldn't have made them laugh. And how does it end? Why do you ask? Hey, you're cheating. You're in cahoots with the Mother. No, I'm not. Get lost and don't you ever cross me. Don't interfere with you cutting livers out of living people, now do I? And just so that you know, I feel sorry for them. I could very well complicate your life quite a bit. Okay, peace. That feels like losing. I need to reload. Okay, don't lie to Clara. Do I check with Notkin first? Long walk back. So the Solon Halves don't know the story. Let's save closer here and talk to Notkin. Even if they don't know the story, maybe they do know something that I can use against Clara. If she did, in fact, stop here for some food.
Escape.
Seen Clara by any chance? I have, I'll show you. Funny coincidence. She was looking for you, too. I looked serious about it. I literally cowered when I saw her. This Clara's up to something. Chances are she'll outsmart us all. What did she want? No bloody idea. She has an agenda. Looks triumphant, too, as though you've given her a jackpot. Where is she now? Murky's van. What business would she have with her? Oh, it's all been going so fast with Clara lately. It's all secrets, all of them sinister. She's creepy. Hanging around, asking things, showing her teeth. There's never an answer if you ask her anything. She does give me the creeps. I know you're no coward. My point exactly. Be careful with her. She's up to something. I don't like it. She might as well make both of us links in her chain. I feel she already has. We won't just be fooled. We'll end up being the bad guys. We'll deal with it. I feel like that didn't actually help me at all. I will fully admit I do not know how to talk to Clara. I don't know how to deal with Clara in any way whatsoever. She's a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
Donkovsky believes the disease came from the wells. He's wrong.
You started telling Mother a story. Why did you need to confuse her so much? That, Ripper, is none of your business. You stick to your own. Leave me and my tales be. Was that maybe the wrong thing to say, eh? What do you think, Changeling? Don't you threaten me. I've been threatened enough. And don't stick your nose into things you know nothing about. Tell me how it ends. Get lost. That didn't work. Okay. We're just gonna keep trying things. Maybe she just won't tell me the end of the story, and I will just have to tell Mother Superior that, but being direct doesn't work, and lying doesn't work. Going to tell her she has a different attitude today. Do I need the other Clara? Is that the secret? I need the Clara that's working against Clara.
I'm sick. The world is going dark.
Got a different attitude today, kiddo. Nothing. Okay.
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Someone has told me a funny story about crystal flowers. No idea the ending's really funny, though. Couldn't have made them laugh. They were totally hysterical, especially when it got to that prince. They couldn't have laughed. What made them laugh? The prince getting desperate and thinking that a flower like this would never grow in his garden again? Or maybe the living flowers dying because the crystal one took everything from them. The water, the air, and even the light. Is it that bit? No, another one. Well, was it the gardener coming with the scissors and the prince making it so that he'd cut the living flowers instead of the crystal one? Or that terrible flower throwing out seeds, giving birth to a whole new garden, 100 times more beautiful than the previous one, but having no real flowers? There was something else. That's the end. There couldn't have been anything else. They're lying. Maybe. And you know your tales, huh? Okay. I can return to Taichi's daughter and conclude the fairy tale. I don't know what her reaction will be. Maybe Clara made fools of us all. You good?
What happened in the abattoir? The earth is all soaked.
Okay, so I had to lie repeatedly, not only about what I knew, but what my intentions were. I upset her. By telling her the children thought a sad story was funny. Also, I'm pretty sure the story is supposed to be a metaphor for everything happening in the town, which also means the game. The crystal flower being the polyhedron, the garden being the town. I'll be by the lab, I'll empty my pockets out, and then head to Mother Superior, tell her the end of the story, get the avatar open to go talk to the foreman, to ask him about the source of the blood, which he almost certainly won't tell me the truth about, but whatever I find there, I'll have to tell Aglaya. I probably have time for all of that. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Anaristi, how do you feel about me continuing till I finish the rest of these bits? You tell me. It's mostly just walking. Much longer. My plan is to talk to Taya and then Foreman Oyun to know what is going on. I don't expect I'll get a straight answer from Oyun, but at least I will know what else I'm supposed to do today. So, 10 minutes. However long it takes me to get through the infected districts. Thank you. Thank you, NRST. You are kind. And generous. We'll go around this way. Am I going to have to get the abattoir opened every day? I need to go in there. It seems very inconvenient. Look, I can get in a fist fight for some blood if I want to now. Fire really messed with things. It took a lot of time and practice, but I do like that I know all of the multiple names for characters at this point. that nearly every major character has at least 2 names. Most have many more than that. What their friends call them, what the townsfolk call them, what their actual birth name is. Titles. The game has done a very good job to establish multiple names for everyone. I feel like that's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy for a piece of media to establish one name for most main characters. There are plenty of movies where I have watched and enjoyed the whole thing for 2.5 hours and couldn't name a single character, so... Ooh. Okay, Taya.
What is this? What's going on? Who was screaming?
Here's how the story of the Icy Prince ends. Oh, do tell. As time went by, the crystal flower became the greediest in the garden. It drank all the earth's juices. But most importantly, it also snatched all sunlight. The garden became so dark that even the air had turned cold. Oh, and what did the prince do when the time has come to pick the crystal flower? The prince killed the gardener. No, that can't be right. It doesn't feel right at all. I'll have to wait for Clara. Dang it, I misremembered. I was afraid of that. I was like, there's gonna be a quiz on this.
Yes?
Okay. Crystal flower is greedy to the garden, drinks all the earth's juices. The garden became dark. What did the prince do when it had become time to pick the crystal flower? The prince executed a crafty plan. He engineered it so the gardener would pick a different flower instead of the crystal one. Yeah, that sounds right. It's all been coming to that. So did the flower end up all alone in an empty garden? Yes, it blossomed, spread its seeds all over the place, and grew a garden, and a new garden grew, 100 times more beautiful than the one before. So that's how it is. Yes, that sounds right. What a bad prince. Why did he have to kill the simple flowers? Yeah, so that's about Bachelor's Run. Saving the polyhedron to have a new town built under the polyhedron that will be amazing, but it does mean losing the current town. Let me into the abattoir, Mother. Come in. I'm going to fall asleep now. Then I'll go there myself and crack the great pit open. Do you know where it is? Follow the passage between the buildings, and you'll find yourself right by the pit. Thank you, Mother. Okay. Spooky abattoir. Foghorn cow noises. I assume he's not this way. But this is the shorter path anyway, so I'll just check. No, okay. Quick loading to save 10 seconds of walking. What the heck? Oh, over here. Okay, okay. No. Boo. I said moo. All right, Foreman.
Suok is waiting for you. What?
You come here often, kindred one. Do you seek to be employed by Boost Vlad? The plague is fierce, but we must not abandon work. Perhaps you are Odong. Bring us a bull then. Perhaps you are a butcher. Kill one for us then, and prepare its meat for transportation. I want to ask where the blood you gave me yesterday came from. Yet you will not get an answer. Why should I share this knowledge with you? You cannot take it, and it will rip you apart. I am son of Isidore Burak. It is not an Oyun's place to talk to me about knowledge. I see before me someone who calls himself a son of Burak. You haven't accepted his inheritance and are therefore unworthy of his name. Lie. I have accepted my father's inheritance in full. Have you accepted your father's duty and the obligation to save the lives that he gave an oath to keep? I have. Have you accepted his knowledge? Have you accepted his lines? Have you learned how to tell the dark from the light, the damp from the crumbling, the scorching from the cold, the dead from the living? I have. Have you accepted his possessions, his house, his flesh, his food, and his signs? I have. Then show me that thing he used to draw the lines on the ground with when opening them up for ritual. Where is his uday, which should be hanging around your neck proudly so that everyone can see who is in charge of the lines of the Burak's Taglur? I will fix that. I will only speak to you when you have your father's uday hanging from your neck. Seems like something's been concealed from you by the one that passed the inheritance to you. I'll be back, Elder One. I assume he means the brand. This means I didn't claim the entirety of my father's inheritance. Symbols. Everywhere I look, there are signs to be deciphered. Did Aspie lie to me? Can't believe it. Then why do they all avert their eyes whenever I mention my inheritance? Okay, so when we come back, we'll talk to Aspie about things. But I am definitely still carrying my brand. That'll be it for today. We will come back. We will talk to Aspity and figure out what it is we don't know. The plot. The plot. But it seems like there is something to the symbols of my father that Aspity refuses to tell me. So we'll figure that out next time. Alright, thank you both for joining me. I do really appreciate it. I will see you next week. Good night.